When I rise, I think of you. Late at night, close my eyes, you're there too. You're the very special one that I'm always thinking of, and I'm always gonna stay in love with you. And I'm never gonna say goodbye. And I'm always gonna love you to the end of time. Walk where I be without you, I'm not you, and I'm never say goodbye. There isn't nothing in the world I'd rather do than spend each day and night right next to you. In my life you're number one, and I forgot to tell you, hon, that I'm always gonna stay in love with you. And I'm never gonna say goodbye. And I'm always gonna love you to the end of time. I'm without a key, without you, I'm not me. And I'm never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna say goodbye, polka, especially for you, Jennifer Rutenberg-Belanda, looking to us here on Facebook. For you, Jen, never gonna say goodbye, polka. Here's another one coming up. I'd like to send this out for all of our Cleveland friends. Here's one that's called Margie. Sing along. If you know it, sing along with us. We're gonna send this out especially for Margie and all the many Margies that may be here with us today. Margie polka, here we go. I'll tell the world I love you, don't forget you promised to me. I have all of hearts and ringing everything on my cheek. You've been my inspiration, days are never blue. After all is said and done, there is only really one. Oh, Margie, it's you. Margie, I'm always thinking of you, Margie. I'll tell the world I love you, don't forget your promise to me. I have all hearts and thinking everything of Margie. You've been my inspiration, days are never blue. After all is said and done, there is really only one. Oh, Margie, it's you. For you, Margie, one call, Margie. Okay. That was Margie, and here's one called Janie's polka. For all the Yaninas here with us. We're going to send this out. All of our friends from Cleveland, Ohio, thank you for being here. We've got some Pennsylvania friends, New York folks also. Chicago, Illinois folks. All of our Ohio friends, we're going to send this out to you too. South Bend, Indiana, and surrounding areas. Janie's polka, here we go. Nie będziesz dłoniami, oj niech se nie zwodziła. Przeżył się, to na nią dziecko będziesz nie prosiła. Przeżył się, to na nią dziecko będziesz nie prosiła. Nie rzucaj mnie, bo nie wiem jak to pływać. Jak mnie zrzucić, to nie wadzi, do ciebie mogę wracać. Jak mnie zrzucić, to nie wadzi, do ciebie mogę wracać. Proszę mnie dziewczyno, tylko proszę od ciebie. Będę kochał i nie łączę, twój zapomniał o sobie. Będę kochał i nie łączę, twój zapomniał o sobie. Oj zapomnę i o sobie, oj właśnie mnie dostała. To nie jest moja wina, dziewczyno, żeś mnie nie trzymała. To nie jest moja wina, dziewczyno, żeś mnie nie trzymała. Already one called Janie's Polka. Thank you. Had a request for an instrumental earlier called Holiday in Poland. So we're going to do that right now. Actually, we're going to do this in a medley form with another Polish favorite called the Krakowiak. So as we begin, one called Holiday in Poland, and then we're going to go into one called the Krakowiak. For all the dancers out there, by request for you, here we go. There you go, one called the Cracovia, and before that one called the Holiday in Poland. Okay.
Gdzie ty idziesz, Jasiu? Na wojenkę, Kasiu, na wojenkę daleko. Żebyś moją żoną weź mnie, Jasiu, z tobą na wojenkę daleko. Żebyś moją żoną weź mnie, Jasiu, z tobą na wojenkę daleko.
Raz, dwa.
Gdzie ty idziesz, Jasiu, na wojenkę, Kasiu, na wojenkę daleko. Żebyś moją żoną weź mnie, Jasiu, z tobą na wojenkę daleko. Żebyś moją żoną weź mnie, Jasiu, z tobą na wojenkę daleko. Słoneczka sprawiła Kasiu, moja Kasiu, na wojence dalekiej. Będę wszystkie brała ciebie, ciebie miała na wojence dalekiej. Będę wszystkie brała ciebie, ciebie miała na wojence dalekiej. Co będziemy jedli, chodźcie, moja Kasiu, na wojence dalekiej. Są to miło rzeki, to nasze pociechy na wojence dalekiej. Są polło rzeki, to nasze pociechy na wojence dalekiej. Nie widzicie, na wojenkę, Kasiu, na wojenkę daleko. Żebyś moją żoną weźmie, jeszcze z tobą na wojenkę daleko. Żebyś moją żoną weźmie, jeszcze z tobą na wojenkę daleko. Nowa Polska, jest tam przepaść wielka. Jest tam przepaść wielka. Tam jedna piękna dziewczyna Polski utraci kochanka. Tam jedna piękna dziewczyna Polski utraci kochanka. Muszę trochę, że moja dziewczyna idzie do pomocy.
idzie do pomostu. Ale ja czuję, że przy światowej wojnie do ciebie wrócę znów. Ale ja czuję, że przy światowej wojnie do ciebie wrócę znów. Złotali swoje racje, oczy się mnie dotknie. Oczy się mnie dotknie. 16 roku tej światowej wojny do mnie wciąż nocy. 16 roku tej światowej wojny do mnie wciąż nocy. Zaginęła Polska, jest tam przepaść wielka. Jest tam przepaść wielka. A biedna, biedna dziewczyna na Polski, trudna ci kochanka. A biedna, biedna dziewczyna Polski, trudna ci kochanka. Hey, the post office closure right there. Love it when called Far Away from Home. Thank you. So we have a very important announcement to make right now. We'd like to send out a special tune right now, especially for Debbie Rutkowski, everyone. Right over there. Raise your hand, Deb. Put the drink down and raise your hand. No, keep the drink. We all know who you are. Debbie retired from teaching after 34 years, everybody. How about that? And she's here with us today and tomorrow. What a sweet person she is. Congratulations, Deb. Thank you for all those wonderful years of what you did for those kids. 34 years, I'm telling you. So, Debbie, what would you like to hear?
Well, Fisherman's, but...
Again, you got it. Fisherman's. For you, Deb.
No, I am drinking Christian. This is that they fish them up and they throw them.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you were taping that, Jerry.
We just heard about a special coffee stand they had over there. We're going to visit on our next intermission. Congratulations, Debbie. For you, here's one called the Fisherman's Polka. rozłatwiła, jedynego wieczora, puszczał sobie z męką na brzegę jeziora. Na haczyk założył kapeluszkę małą, kiedy ma nadejście, to ją wracało. Czeka półtoci, ręka się złapała, lecz szarpnęła prędko, drczyk mu zerwała. Że mamule są, urwa tu nie może, słowo śmierdzą mnie, że drczyk nie pomoże. Nerwa poszedł, porozum do głowy, żeby jeszcze dostać, już miał gotowy. Daleko na bocie zapuścił swe sieci, to na pewno ma do nich 11 kawleci. Rybka napłynęła, wszędzie łomotała, to zapuścił sieci, rybka powstawała. Lecz takiej nie było, rybce dobrze było, bo po tamtych szerszych serduszko marzyło. The Fisherman's Polka, congratulations, Debbie. Enjoy your retirement. We'll be looking for you every single weekend from here on in.
I'm there. I'm there. Can you smile? Smile.
Go to Seven Springs.
Hell yeah.
Go to Rehoboth.
Hell yeah. We have our room booked already.
Since Debbie said she's going to Seven Springs and Rehoboth, we're going to let you know about those two festivals coming up. First of all, how many folks know about Seven Springs Polka Fireworks in Champion, Pennsylvania? Wow, that's not as many as I thought. You're going to be sleeping. Anyway, we want to remind everybody that they are celebrating their 50th dance or festival at Seven Springs Polka Fireworks. More than a dance, it's a festival. Polka Fireworks Polka Festival. And so the first one was 51 years ago, and they missed one because of COVID. So this is the 50th celebration of the Polka Fireworks. That's brought to you by the Blazonczyk family, Bel Air Enterprises, and yours truly, Lenny Gomulka at Chicago Push, will be performing there along with a bunch of great bands from all over the country and Canada. So if you'd like more information on that, you go to polkafireworks.com, or again, Lenny's website, chicagopush.com. And that is 4th of July weekend, and things kick off on Wednesday night with a special surprise jam band hosted by Ryan Joseph from Nashville, Tennessee. And then it continues all through the weekend, all the way through Fridays, Thursdays, Saturday night. And Bosch is going to be there, I know that, so that's all you need to know. Bosch is going to be there. So that's 4th of July weekend. And then coming up, don't forget in September, the big Rehoboth celebration. We're not supposed to talk about it, but we're going there to celebrate Lenny's birthday. It's a big one. It's a big one for sure. So that's in Rehoboth, Pennsylvania, or Rehoboth, Delaware. I'm sorry, not Pennsylvania. Again, lots of information available on that. ChicagoPush.com. And if you'd like more information, come up to anyone in the band. Jack says he's got one more seat available in the van for that trip. So bidding starting at $1,000. So we hope you'll come to both of those festivals along with all the other polka dances in the area. That's 4th of July weekend, Seven Springs, Champion, Pennsylvania, and Rehoboth, Delaware.
We're going to send this next one out especially for my friend Randy Buchkowski. I met up with him at the airport. I met him at the hotel. Randy's in from Florida. Thank you, Randy, for being here with us. What a good guy. Randy Buchkowski. Kevin Adams on the vocal next. Here's one that's called Love, Love, Love. Polka.
Love, is in the air.
Our songs tell of love, but we all know it's true. We don't always live like the songs that we sing. No matter our color, no matter our creed, it's kindness and love that we all need. We all teach our children the one golden rule: show kindness to others and they should to you. If folks would reach out and give others a hand, there'd be much more love from the land. 'Cause what the world needs more is love, love, love. Love, love, love is what we need when we love. Look around, my friend, and you will see there's lots of love for you and me. As you go through life, just keep one thing in mind: the love that you give is the love you will find. It doesn't take much to feel glad in the heart. Just kindness on someone else's part. It's senseless to fight and it's senseless to cry. The purpose of living is not just to die. Living and loving in peace and harmony. So join me and sing to someone. 'Cause what the world needs more is love, love, love. Love, love, love is what we need love. Look around, my friend, and you will see there's lots of love for you and me. 'Cause what the world needs more is love, love, love. Love, love, love is what we need love. Look around, my friend, and you will see there's lots of love for you and me.
Kevin on a vocal right there with one called Love, Love, Love Polka. Here's another one real quick. We're going to do our last two to this set, but don't go away. Polka family's back up here. We'll be back up with another set, so stick around, everybody. Here's a medley starting out with one called I Wonder Why Polka. Also, we'll do one called Sweet Pippi and one called Keep On Smiling Polka. Polka medley time, and then we're going to turn it over to Hank Kazevich and the Polka Family Band.
blossoms and the trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why, I wonder why. I've been walking in my sleep at night, and once more I've lost my appetite. Stars that used to twinkle in the skies are twinkling in my eyes. I wonder why. I always wanna keep on smiling. I always want a happy grin. I want everyone to see how pleasant I can be, even sometimes if the day should start out bad. I always wanna keep on smiling, smiling each and every day. If you wanna see somebody crying, just send a couple kind words their way. I've got a girl named Skippy with freckles on her lippy. The men all stare, the women giggle when they see that Bippy wiggle. 3 cheers for Skippy's Bippy. The men all stare, the women giggle when they see that Bippy wiggle. 3 cheers for Skippy's Bippy. Skippy goes out walking, everyone's looking, talking. Look her over, oh my golly, she's got nipples on her tongue, but you should see her Bippy. Look her over, oh my golly, she's got nipples on her jolly, but you should see her Bippy. Everybody, there's a lot of music coming your way. Coming up next, introducing for their final set, the Polka Family Band. Here's the Polka Family coming up next. Everybody stick around. We'll be back up with one more set. Don't go away. More music coming your way.